you out over there free of cost. Week after week, we have been conducting these sessions. We can expect some return back from you all, right? At least a subscribe to our YouTube channel. Guys, the link has been shared on the chat window. Good morning, Suresh. Many of you all are attending, I believe, for the second and third time, fourth time. Do visit our channel, subscribe to our channel. TEN has been doing a fantastic job for the last many years. It deserves its own set of appreciation. The way that you all can show appreciation is, yes, by visiting our session out here, and also by subscribing to our channel out over there. Okay, some quick do's and don'ts before we get started for our today's session out here. Some do's and don'ts. As we get started with the session, I will be muting all the participants out here so as to have least disturbance during our session. Any further communication, you will need to do it on the chat window. One of us from the host side will definitely be able to take your concern and help you out there. Secondly, of course, don't record the webinar. We are recording it out over here. We request you all not to record the webinar. Third is put your webinar related questions on the chat window. Fourth is don't share screenshots of this presentation or in the public forum out over there. Whatever needs to be shared will be shared by the TEN platform. We expect you all to just follow these basic guidelines before we get started with the session. As requested on the chat window, I've already shared the YouTube link for you all. I would just request you all to take a minute off, go visit our YouTube channel and subscribe to it. We have some of our latest sessions that we have done in the COVID period out here, including the session from Dr. Rajendra, Dr. Radhakrishnan Pillai, The Art of Composting and Kitchen Waste Management by Dr. Lata. We have managing your, urban farming and organic urban farming by Make My Garden team, and so on, right? It's 11 and we can get started. Let me just check. Amrute-ji, we can get started, right?
Yeah, Ram. Should we get started?
Yep. So, a few things for today. The agenda is as it is. One, we will have our chairman of TEN, Mr. Rahul Amrute, introducing what TEN is all about, followed by the speaker introduction by TEN Secretary, Mr. Manoj Tehliani. As a matter of fact, I'm the speaker for today. He'll be introducing me officially to you all. Thereafter, it will be my session, which will contain these following topics: current business challenges in COVID times, G-Suite product walkthrough and admin section highlights, followed by the Q&A section, question and answer session. Over to you, Mr. Rahul.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, Ram. Yeah. Good morning to all. It's with great honor that I welcome you all visitors and members to TEN, the Entrepreneurs Network. I'm Rahul Amrute, the current chairman, shouldering the responsibility of the current tenure. In my task, I'm ably supported by Mr. Manoj Tehliani, the secretary, Mangesh Patole, the relationship manager, Jagdish Bhai Punjabi, who heads a dual role of organizing events and treasurer, and social media very effectively managed by Mr. Ramkumar, who is also our esteemed speaker today. So TEN, the Entrepreneurs Network, is a not-for-profit organization. The single-minded focus of TEN is to help entrepreneurs from different business fields to come together and succeed. To know more about 10, I would kindly request our member Mangesh Patole to play a small AV. Thank you, Mangesh.
Yeah, Rahul. Just a second.
Yeah.
Thane, Maharashtra's major industrial town, fastest growing and slated to be the most happening commercial hub. Over the last decade, Thane has grown from a small suburban town to a large, self-sustaining metropolis. Proximity to the financial capital of the country has extended ample opportunities to Thane for becoming one of the richest districts in Maharashtra. With potent factors like a well-planned infrastructure, low cost of operations, and ample business opportunities, Thane has seen a surge in the number of business ventures in the last few years. Businesses came up in industrial areas like Wagle Estate and Majivada, as well as development in residential and commercial projects on Godbandar Road gave further impetus to the growth of business in Thane. Over a period, Thane has seen opening up of various business avenues like real estate, IT and web-enabled services, engineering, manufacturing, fashion, as well as art and entertainment. With growing opportunities and upcoming business ventures comes the growing need for business networking to learn, explore, connect, and share avenues for mutual growth. Welcome the Entrepreneurs Network. The Entrepreneurs Network, popularly known as 10, was established in the year 2010 with the intent of providing a platform for entrepreneurs to share experiences, learn from and educate fellow entrepreneurs, and generate business opportunities for mutual growth. Our motto: connect, breakthrough, prosper. 10 is a platform for entrepreneurs from different business fields to come together. Members contribute connections, ideas, and time to help 10 grow. Members are rewarded with training workshops, insights, networks, and camaraderie offered by other like-minded entrepreneur members. 10 members meet every Wednesday from 7:15 a.m. to 9:45 a.m. at a pre-decided venue. The meeting is attended by members as well as by visitors invited by members. We learn about each other's business model by having members present themselves before all attendees. In the last 5 years of its existence, 10 has provided a robust platform to its members for learning and sharing through weekly meetings, one-to-one interactions, as well as addresses by internal and guest speakers. 10 launched Open Minds, a platform for entrepreneurs, professionals, and individuals with aspirations to express and share ideas for continuous process of learning. As we move ahead on this path of connecting for mutual growth, we look forward to more hands, more heads, and more hearts to come together. So if you are an entrepreneur who understands and wants to deal with the pressures of entrepreneurship in a prepared and confident manner, you should join 10. Be a part of 10. Connect, breakthrough, prosper.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Mangesh, for playing the AV. I would now kindly request our secretary, Mr. Manoj Tehliani, to proceed with the meeting by introducing our speaker and 10 member Ramkumar today. Thank you. Yes, Manoj. Yeah, Manoj, can you hear? Manoj?
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, please begin.
Yeah. Am I audible now?
Yes, Manoj, very much.
Hello. Good morning, everyone. It is said that the internet is becoming the town square for the global village of tomorrow. The internet has been a very positive step towards education, organization, and participation in a meaningful society. In today's 10 Connect session, we will be learning about use of Leverage G Suite app as productivity tool for small and medium business owners. We have among us the founder and owner of site2host.com and a current 10 member. Friends, as internet started changing the way we do things, he grabbed the opportunity and founded his firm in 2000. His prime focus has been in helping small and mid-sized firms to leverage internet-based solutions for establishing online business presence and also growing successfully. Ramkumar is also a digital marketing trainer and has conducted 40 plus digital marketing sessions across India for business owners on behalf of MSME PPDC Agra. Today, through his G Suite workshop, he will guide us about the ways to use internet tools other than Gmail for business productivity and collaboration. Friends, join me in welcoming a very practical, lovable and humble personality, our very own Mr. Ramkumar as our esteemed speaker for the day. Thank you.
Thank you, Manoj.
Yeah.
Thank you. Friends, let me share my screen with you. Yep. So let's get started. As per our agenda, we have next is current business challenges in COVID times. My topic for today is business productivity and remote working using G Suite, right? Now, let me introduce, Manoj has already introduced myself. I'm the founder of siteclose.com and I play the role of solution architect for my customers out there as they grow their business online. Let's look at the scenario before COVID lockdown, before March 15th, approximately. You all were business owners, you were in control of your things, you knew what was happening around you. You had challenges, but they were of a different kind altogether. Your offices were there, it was energetic, fully active. The ITS infrastructure was kind of, within your office environment and in your control, right? The new normal post COVID-19, the COVID is still happening right now. It's not exactly post COVID-19, but as we stand today, our customers and teams are dispersed. We can't meet each other. We cannot be present and doing our communication the way we were doing it earlier. The IT infrastructure, which was within our office environment, has been replaced by a complete cloud IT infrastructure. Everything is online at this point of time. And this is the dilemma which every business owner faces out over there. How do I work in this new normal? What tools can help my business? And can someone guide me with the process? Friends, if I'm right so far, and if you completely agree with me, I want you to go on to the chat window and type agree so that I know that you all are all with me so far so good, right? Just type agree on the chat window. Let us make this session quite interactive. It is going to be a technical session going forward. As much interactive as it's going to be fun. That's the best way to learn things out there, right? So if you agree with me so far, if you face the similar challenges, please type agree out over there. Now let's look at some of the challenges that we have at work, right? Some of the challenges that we have is how do we ensure effective online communication between various stakeholders? How do we ensure online collaboration between employees and departments? How do we ensure online data collection and reporting automation? These are some of the business challenges that we have. We have many more challenges apart from this, but these are some to start with that every business is facing out over there, right? G Suite can help you solve these challenges. G Suite can help you solve these challenges. It has many apps out there which can help you, change how team work, how teams can work online, how they can be productive in an online environment, sitting in their own offices and yet be productive. We have the apps basically broken up into 4 major buckets. We have the Connect app where we have the Gmail, we have Google Meet, which is an audio conferencing tool. We have Google Calendar, Google Task, Google Keep, etc. We have the Create app, which is more like the things that you need to get your project to life. We have the Google Docs, Sheets, Slides, Forms, etc. Google Forms, a very important utility in today's times where you need to do collect data in a very standardized manner, and then linking with your sheets, etc., and create processes, systems, and standardized processes out for your team to work with. Actually, we will be covering more of these as we get along. We have access which allows us to store our files online. So we have an online file server instead of the local file server that we had earlier, and the search tools, etc., to help us get those files easily. And more importantly, we have control tools which helps us to manage our users, the devices, and the data securely and easily, right? Because that's that control we need as a business owner, right? As people running the businesses at the end of the day, even the senior executives for that matter. What does it mean for all of us? Yes, you're going to be working from your home for some more time, especially for people in metro cities like Mumbai, Delhi, Calcutta, Chennai, etc., Bangalore, etc. But it also means that you're now back in control of things, right? You're back in control of things. So this is how the new normal is going to be, at least for a few more months to come. Now, let's look at what are some of the other benefits that G Suite has to offer out over here. It helps us do better with lesser effort. Now, this is a very critical thing for any business. You need to have tools in your business which helps you do better with lesser effort. Now, look at this, 3-4 people trying to push this large boulder out over there. And on the other side, you have a crowbar and basic physics principle of fulcrum. By keeping a fulcrum out there, you are able to move the boulder with lesser effort. Would you want to do business with lesser effort? If yes, type yes in the chat window so that I know that you all agree with me on that. Right? Do you all want to do business with lesser effort? Type yes on the chat window. Help you automate your task out over there. This is a idli grinding machine, dosa grinding machine. In the olden days, we had the stone out there, and we used to use that stone to grind the idli batter. And now, as of today, we have those grinders. We have tabletop grinders available. It helps you automate the task. Switch on the button and it takes care of it automatically. Right? Of course, you have to oversee it, but you don't have to do it yourself. So automation tools are very important for every business. If you agree with me, type yes out there. Right? And lastly, it can help you standardize your systems and process. We all know what McDonald's French fries is all about. Yes, it is tasty. That's right. But apart from that, we also know that the French fries taste the same whichever outlet you may go to. Whether you're going to a Delhi outlet or whether you're in an outlet at Mumbai in one of the best malls over there, or in an outlet at Thane station, standalone outlet for that matter, they all taste the same, whether it's on the highway, wherever it may be. How are they able to get the same French fries in every outlet of theirs? They have a standard systems and processes in place. And if you can implement some of these using G Suite, it very well helps you do better out there, right? Now, these are few things that I just wanted to share with you all before I get into the aspects of how we go about using it. So if you all agree with me so much so far, do type agree, do say yes on the chat window so that I know that I'm going on the right plane with you all and you all are able to get what I am communicating out there, right? Now let's, the first question that comes that many people ask me when I tell them about G Suite for business is that, Ram, Gmail also offers us all these things. Why should I opt for G Suite, right? This presentation is more about G Suite for business. So let me just put that in place. Why do you need to have G Suite for your business and not Gmail? For companies which have larger size of employees, especially more than 5, G Suite for business becomes a very handy value proposition. Let's look at it quickly, why and why not, right? Now, Gmail is for individuals, it's free. G Suite for business is paid and it is per user per month. There's a cost to it, okay? When you opt for Gmail, you get @gmail.com. Gmail.com serves the purpose, but it still appears as unprofessional in business to use a mail ID as a free mail ID as @gmail.com. Whereas a standard business mail account @ of your company name.com looks very professional out over there. So you can have all your company IDs on G Suite. Say sales at site2host.com, ramkumar.s@site2host.com, marketing at site2host.com, or accounts at site2host.com. Whatever it may be, you can create those accounts on G Suite for business. That's what G Suite is all about. Third is that you get 15 GB space per user over here, whereas you get 30 GB space per user in the paid version. You do not have any administrative control. You have, say, 5, 6 free email accounts that you have created, given to your team members, and they are using it out over there. Tomorrow, they put their own mobile numbers and their own recovery address out over there. There is no way that you can get back your email account. There's no way for you to get back your email data. There's no administrative control out over there. Whereas over here, you have complete administrative control in the paid version. If your employee were to leave your organization, one of your team members were to leave your organization, you can reassign that email to some other person by just renaming the user. So say Shyam@sitetours.com has left, and Jatin has come into the organization newly in the same role. Then I can just go and rename the Shyam account as Jatin@sitetours.com. So there are two things that happen. One, Jatin gets his own email ID with the existing conversation. जो पहले के conversation था customer के साथ में, the existing conversation, he gets it, and he can continue conversing with the customer from there. So he doesn't feel lost कि इसके पहले customer ने क्या बात किया था श्याम के साथ. He does not feel lost. He knows कि श्याम के साथ what was the conversation that happened, and now what I need to do going forward. Also, all the emails of Shyam continue to keep moving on to Jatin's account, so that Jatin knows that all the emails that Shyam is receiving, he still continues to receive it, so that he doesn't lose that conversation even going forward. Which is not possible in a free account, but it's possible in the paid account. If someone leaves your organization, you want to switch off that account, you want to close that account. Then if you want to close that account in Gmail, there is no option of closing the account and transferring the existing mails and documents to an existing user or a new user out there. There's no simple way of doing it. Whereas here, when you go on to close your account or delete your account in the paid version, G Suite will ask you whether you want to transfer the existing mails which are lying in that particular account and all the documents which are lying in the Google Drive folder to an existing or a new user. G Suite gives that option, and you can easily transfer it to that particular new user or the existing user before you delete that account of yours, of the existing account of yours. Organizational units and subunits are based. Roles and privileges are not possible in a free account. In a paid account, these are possible, which means that you can decide कि marketing gets what all apps. G Suite has got a lot of apps. So which apps do you want to assign to the marketing department? Which of the G Suite apps you want to assign to the accounts department, to the operations department, to the sales department? A lot of roles and privileges are possible out over here. Here it's not possible in the free one. Google Meet recording is not available in the free version, whereas in the paid version, Google Meet, a video conferencing app like Zoom, the paid version, the Google Meet recording is available for you. No customer support is available for the free version, whereas for the paid version, customer support is available from the admin section, right? So I think fairly now you would have understood what is the broad differences between Gmail versus G Suite for business, and who can really take advantage of G Suite out over there. If you're, most importantly, continuity of business is possible in G Suite. Say you have today 2 email accounts, but that doesn't mean that you're going to be 2 email accounts for lifelong. As you keep growing your business here, you can keep adding accounts. You can keep sharing the documents with new users who are coming out over there. The continuity of business is possible in a paid account. Whereas in the Gmail account, how do you keep doing that? There is no organized way of working out over there. So it's not really possible to do it in the free version, easily at least, right? So continuity of business is something which you get in the G Suite account. You can add accounts and you can delete accounts as you keep growing. And sometimes during COVID times, etc., you need to scale down a bit. You can go down and reduce a few accounts, but still transfer the data to existing users, and thereby continuity of business is most importantly possible in the G Suite for business. So far, so good, right? Okay, now let's quickly move further and keep putting in your comments on the chat window, so that I know that we are on the right plane. We are moving in the right phase. If there are any important questions, Mangesh, you can definitely ask me to stop for a moment and ask me for that matter. Though I would prefer to take all the questions at the end.
Yeah.
Lastly, let's look at the G Suite admin console itself. The G Suite admin console is something which is very different from the existing email accounts that you must be using for your business. Normally, you all have a cPanel account or there are some GoDaddy based business emails that you might be using, or a Big Rock based business Lite email that you might be using, and so on. They don't give you so much of control as G Suite provides you out over there. One is that you can easily create users, you can manage your billing, you have lot of reports, different varied reports on how your team is using G Suite. You have control on the apps and what apps you need to give for which organizational units and which organizational units you don't want to give, etc. from the app section. You have device management. You can manage which devices are there, or which mobile devices have access to G Suite. You can wipe out accounts. Say someone has lost his mobile phone. You can come over here in device management and you can wipe out the emails on that particular mobile device from here. You can delete the account on that particular device. Those controls are available out over here. Security is available. Support, you want to raise support with the admin of G Suite, you can do it from here. You have data migration tools to help you move from your existing email servers onto G Suite. You can manage multiple domains in case you are owner of more than one domain and all of them are using G Suite, then you can definitely manage multiple domains out over here. You can set up various rules in terms of forwarders, in terms of routing, where you would want to, you can have a single backup account where all the incoming and outgoing mails can be backed up on that particular email ID. You can have a part combination, if you have got 50 email accounts, you can decide to have 25 of them on G Suite and 25 of them on your existing system, so as to manage your cost a bit for that matter. Even though I don't suggest it as a suggestible practice out there, but in case you need to, yes, that is possible out here by using the rules and routing methods out here. You can create groups for your various departments. So you have a accounts group. Now groups allow you to send a mail to one group ID, and automatically all the members in that particular group will receive the mails. The group can also consist of members from outside your organization, say your accountant or your CA or someone out there. You can add them also, so that when you're sending a mail to the group ID, it automatically goes out to all the people in that particular group. Similarly, when people are sending a mail to a group ID, it can be a public group or a private group. So people sending mail to sales@yourcompanyname.com, those mails will automatically be sent to all your sales employees out there. So you can decide whether the mails from outside can be allowed or not allowed, or whether it has to be a internal groups only. You can have a group like all@yourcompanyname.com. So if you want to send say a Diwali greeting to all your team members out there, then you just send a mail to all@yourcompanyname.com, and it goes to all your team members out over there. So these are some advantages of having groups, and groups don't cost you any money. It's free. It comes free of cost. Forwarders are free of cost. You can define who are the admins. So if it's a large organization with 300, 500 email accounts, you can define various roles out over there. Who gets to do what, so that it's not just one person who's managing this entire account out over here. So there can be super admins and admins for your organization out here, and so on. So you can also have certain things marked as resources, so that for example, say you have a conference room and you can create that as a resource. And when you are setting up a Google Calendar event, you can say that this meeting is going to take this conference room office. Say you've got 2 conference rooms, so conference room number 1, and you can book it between the slot of say 11 to 12:30, so that when other members are trying to go and use the same resource, they automatically come to know that conference room is booked by Ramkumar and it's booked from 11 to 12:30. So they have to schedule their conference meeting with their clients at a different time. So the 2 conferences don't clash, or the 2 meetings don't clash at the same time. These are some of the various things that you have in the admin console. Just to sum it up for you out over there, what is G Suite for business at the end of the day? G Suite allows you to build efficiency with Google Apps. Do better with less effort. That is what it allows you to do. It helps you to scale up your business by automating the task. It helps you autopilot your business by creating systems and processes. It helps you to work independently. This is one tool where you don't need too much of a technical background to actually run your entire process out there. right? This is one simple tool that you have out over here. Uh, Apart from that, uh, you can also you can work independently, as I told you, and most importantly, it's a very cost-effective solution for your business. Most of the other CRMs and other lead management tools, sales management tools, etc., which also help you to do these about 3 tasks, they are typically priced at $15 per user, almost around 1,000 rupees per user per month. And look at G Suite, it is a lot more generic, lot more flexible, allows you to do across your entire office organization, and it costs you only rupees 210 for the basic edition, 210 rupees per user per month. More importantly, Google has got a fantastic COVID offer going on till July 6th, wherein if you were to pay for the whole year, you would get a discounted price of 125 rupees per user per month, right? So fantastic offer, opt for it. So these are certain things that you can do. Now, yes, I think we have fairly established the premise ki why G Suite. If you all agree with me so much so far, do mention on the chat window that we agree out there. Do mention we agree out over there. Right. Okay. So I think we have been putting I'm looking at the chat that you all have been sharing. I Rajiv, I understand for students you need something. I am not the right person. I have not moved on much into it yet, but yes, most of these are applicable for all college students out over there, because they are going to be the next generation people who are going to lead the technology for most companies out there. Okay, now let's look at a few other things before we get started. Let's look at the first point we have already cleared out here. These are the further topics that I'm going to cover across as we move forward. One is the communication tools which are available within G Suite. The Google Drive for file storage and document management. Google Forms for streamlined data collection. Google Sheets for data management. And then some of the add-ons, a few add-ons to help you automate things and tasks out over there, right? Now, let me go back and share a different screen with you all. Give me a minute. Yeah, so I'm on this particular tool. Can all of you all see my Gmail window out here? Okay, so let me just quickly get started. We have out over here the Gmail window. So some of the basic apps that you have in Gmail itself, you have the mail, which is a communication tool. Gmail is a communication tool. So you can communicate using the mail itself. Then you have Meet, which is available now within the Gmail window itself. You can start a meeting or you can join a meeting. If someone else has invited you for a meeting, you can join a meeting from here. If you are the one who is initiating the meeting, you can start a meeting from here. You can also look at the, you can chat with your, all the Google account users from here. You can just click on them and you can chat with them. And all these chat conversations are automatically archived. So it's available for you in the search if you want to refer to it at any point of time later. You also have on the right-hand side, the Google Calendar, Google Keep, and Google Task. Google Calendar comes with a inbuilt Google Conference built into it. So say, for example, These are my regular morning meeting schedule. But if I were to click out over here, it asks me, do I want to add Google Meets video conferencing? If I enable it, automatically the link gets sent to all the guests that I were to invite for this particular meeting that I want to have. And I can set it up as a recurring meeting. I can pop this window out and I can invite people. I can set it up as a daily recurring meeting. If it's a daily morning, my everyday meeting, I can just set it up as a daily, weekly, Saturday, Sunday, whatever schedule that I want to set up, a custom schedule, etc. Put in the time, date, invite people, give a meeting name, say core meeting or something like that, core group meeting. Invite the participants or visitors whom I would want to invite for this particular session, give a description, etc. and so on. Okay. Now the link is over here. You can even copy this link and share it with whomsoever you want to share this particular meeting. It automatically gets sent as a notification. So you can set it up as an email and as well as a mobile notification, and you can set what time frame you want to set it for. 10 minutes earlier or 10 minutes what and so on. You can set it up out over there, right? So these are some of the things that you have out over here in the calendar account. You also have the task and keep notes which are available out over here, right? Now, these are few things for you to get started. Apart from that, yes, you also have in the Google Gmail itself, you have the settings. The settings is something which each one of you all should know as a Gmail user, that if you want to manage your Gmail, you can go to the settings, the flower over here on the top, and you get to do multiple options in terms of set up your signature, set up your autoresponders, etc. So just a minute, I think I'm not connected. Priya? Give me a minute. बंद हो गया ये नहीं ना चालू है बंद हो गया क्या चालू है कनेक्ट Let me just refresh this page. Just give me a minute. I think I've just lost my connectivity. Yes. Just do a share once again. Yeah. So I think I'm back. Are you all able to see this? Still my G Suite has not got connected. It's some connectivity issue. Just try once again with a different connector. So it says, you know, sometimes that whatever is to go wrong goes wrong. So I'm in that kind of a situation right now, but I think we should get it sorted in under 2 to 3 minutes.
Ram, can we take some questions in the meantime by the time you connect?
Your voice is slightly low, Rahul.
Yeah, Ram,
Can we take some questions in between?
Yeah, definitely.
Anil Bhutada, one
But-
of our participants, is having a question.
Can we repeat the question again? That's a very difficult question for me to answer. For some odd reason, I'm not too much of a fan of Microsoft, and I have not really explored it. It's not that I don't like Microsoft products, I do like them, but the only challenge has been that for me has been that the licensing is something which I don't fairly straight away understand. So I have stayed away from their products, but yes, they do have a similar product out over there where they give 50 GB of storage and many things out over there, but I have not really explored it to give you a comparison between G Suite versus Microsoft Office. It's not connecting here. Wait a minute. You can. Is there any other question that we have right now? Hello? Is there any other question that we have right now? Hello? Yeah?
Hello.
Yes, Sir Mangesh.
Am I audible now?
Yes.
One of the participants is asking whether that offer is applicable on renewal also.
No, the offer is applicable only for those users who have between less than 20 accounts, and it's a new account that they are getting created. It's not available for renewals. Okay. So we are back once again. I'll just share the screen. I think we have got connected. Let me just go back to my screen. Gmail is not getting connected. On ramkumar.site.com. Try connecting to Leadworks. Okay. I'm just taking you onto a different account of mine. And we will continue with this account till the Gmail account of mine gets connected. So you all can see this window of mine.
Yes.
Yep. So let me just move
Visual
on to the
structures.
yeah. So it's again another paid account of mine, which is belonging to a brand called Leadworks, which is fine. So for some reason, Siteclose, it's not getting connected right now. But let's quickly look at some of the other apps. So we do have a Google Drive. So we were talking lastly about the settings itself. So let me go on to the settings window out over here. And I can say see all settings. So what we were talking about is some of the settings that are available, some things that you should know as a Gmail user as well as a G Suite user. The Gmail has got some nice things, such as they have got grammar auto corrections, they have spelling auto corrections tool, uh, the smart compose wherein you start typing something, predictive, it will automatically predict what has to come. Say, I'll show you how it works also. Smart compose personalization. So if you have in the from ID as say Mangesh at say xyz.com, and then when you go and say dear in the compose window, it will automatically suggest Mangesh name over there, because it knows that you're writing a mail to Mangesh. So whosoever's email ID is there in the to field, it will automatically suggest you out over there. So the smart compose options is built in, personalization has been built in. A lot of things are currently there. It's a complete, basically, it's machine learning and artificial intelligence is very much built in into all Google products out over there. Smart reply options are there, wherein you have seen on your mobiles, most of the emails at the bottom, you've got 2-3 options, thank you for the mail, and so on. Some smart options, reply options coming, predefined options coming out over there, which you can just click and send a reply to someone. So you don't have to think too much. So those kind of things are available. And you also have the signature. You can choose a picture for your account out over there, so that when people see your email, they know who's from where. You can set up a signature. You can set up multiple signatures if you want to. You also have an autoresponder. Say you're going on a vacation or something, then you can set up an autoresponder so that if someone is mailing you, you can send them back a reply saying that you're not available between this date to this particular date. So you can say that I'm on a vacation, and you can give a reason that I'm not available. Please contact my employee or my office numbers as I'm on vacation right now. And whom should the autoresponder go to? Only to those mails which come from within your contacts, or can it go to anyone and everyone? So these are some of the options that you have out over there. You can also pull in certain other emails from other accounts. You have your labels. Labels are like those folders that we create in Outlook. You can create your additional labels out over here. These are the by default labels that come within Gmail or G Suite. You can also go and create additional labels so that you can search for those, group those mails as per the labels actually. The inbox itself, you have these primary tabs. Primary is the basic tab which is there. Social and promotions, you can enable it. Updates and forums is something that you can additionally enable if you want to. So it segregates the mails into different boxes. All those mails which come from group accounts go into forums. All the updates which comes in terms of password, your bank statements, etc., go into updates tab. All the mails which come from promotional mail service providers like MailChimp, Constant Contact, SendGrid, etc., go into promotion tab. All the social media messages go into social tab and so on. You can enable or disable it. If you disable everything will come into your primary. So if you want to make it cleaner and neater, keep the important mails from the others, you can enable these out over there, the settings section. You can also go to accounts and you can pull other email boxes out over here. So you have your mail lying in another email of yours, and you don't want to be switching between multiple email boxes. It could be Gmail accounts also for that matter. It could be your company mail accounts also, so running on some other mail service provider out there. You can pull them over here so that you have all your mails in one box out over here, rather than having to check 3 different mailboxes out over there. So you can add an account. The other option is that you can go to your existing account and you can set up forwarders to this particular account of yours. Alternatively, you can even pull your mails from other mailboxes over here, just like you pull your mails in Outlook, right? Similar way, you can pull your mails out over here from other boxes. You have forwarding option. You want to forward this account to some other account, you can do that. You can enable IMAP for your, if you're using it in multiple devices, you can enable your IMAP out over here. You have the chat and meet. You can enable it or disable it for your own mail account. For that matter, you can have the advanced tab from where you can have few more advanced customizations out here. You can set up themes for your Gmail, wherein the background look and feel can change. You can make it slightly more colorful rather than have a white look, black and white look out over here. And of course, offline, if you're using Chrome or something, you can definitely enable your mail for offline purposes, provided your administrator allows you that particular option out over here. So these are some things that you can look at from the mail settings out over there. This is primarily about the communication tool. You have mail for communication, video conferencing tool, chat tool, calendar tool, task tool, etc. Then there are the other apps which are available over here. Most of these apps can also be directly accessed from your laptop. So you say you want to go to Drive, so you can type drive.google.com. You want to go to chat, you can say chat.google.com. Chat.google.com, you can go to drive.google.com. You can go to calendar.google.com, meet.google.com to access any of these apps directly. So if you don't want to go from your mail window, clicking on these 9 grid dots over here, then you can go directly by typing that particular app name .google.com. So you can see drive.google.com, right? So this is something which is possible out over here. What is now, let's look at what Drive is all about. Drive, as I told you, it's more about online cloud storage and management tool for you out there. Since you are no longer able to access your own files in your office environment, etc., you can't keep it on the whole time. You risk a chance of having short circuit, etc. If your servers are on at all the times and there's no one, no security guard in the office premises, then I would suggest not to keep your servers on the whole night. It's a very, it's a hazard for you, for your business. It may tend to have a short circuit and it may tend to catch fire. So it is better not to keep your servers on throughout the night, actually speaking. Whereas Google Drive is available for you 24/7, where whichever country you are in, you can access it. You can store your files out here. You can upload your files using this new window, new button on the left-hand side. You can click over here and you have the option of file upload, folder upload, docs, creating a new doc file, sheet file, slides, etc. You can create it from a template. There are a few template options available to make the job easy for you. Or you can create a blank document from scratch. Again, these are available for each of these different collaboration tools which are available over here. Why do we call it as a collaboration tool? Because for each of these documents that you create, you can directly go and, for example, say this particular document is there. You can go and link, you get a sharing link out here and you can share it with all your team members out over there so that they can access this particular document. You can share it with multiple people out here, right? You can also use this particular invite option and you can invite people out over here to access this document by just putting in their names. Say I want to invite, say, Sarita, then I just type Sarita, it automatically, the name comes up. I can select it from my contacts and I can notify that this particular person that I'm sharing this particular file with him or her, right? Even Gmail has got an option where you can choose files from the drive and send it across to the other person. You can preview this document at any point of time by just clicking on the preview button over here. You can delete this particular file whenever you want to. And there are a few more options that you have available over here. You can move it to a separate folder on your Google Drive. You can make it available offline and so on, actually. Create a copy of this particular document and so on. These are available for your folders as well as your files. Even for the folder that you've created, you can share it with your team. You can share it with your departments. You can use the shareable link and share it to the individual out over there. You have all these options out over here. In that way, it becomes a very collaborative space where everyone is working in a common space. The common folder that you shared with the accounts department or with the marketing department out over there, etc. Right. More importantly, you also have say version controls built in each of these documents out over here. So you say you are the owner of this particular document, and I don't know if I'm the owner of this document. Let me just check. But you do have a version control available out over here. Now I'm not the, yeah, so I'm the owner. I can go and see the version history of my particular document at any point of time. And you can say the date it was created on March 18th and when were the changes made, etc. Not too many changes out over here. But if I want to go back to the older version, I can go back to the older version, which was a blank document. Or I can go to the one version prior to it, which was this particular document. And if I want to restore this version, I can restore this version. So at no point of time, your data is lost in the Google Cloud. The data is always available with you. Even if one of your employees by mistake, whom you have shared this document with, deletes the content by mistake whatsoever, you can still use the version control and go back and restore this particular document out over here. So that is a very nice feature which is available in all G Suite documents or apps which are available for collaboration purposes, right? You also have, as you see over here, you also have access to Google Drive for desktop, which you can download. It's a small utility. Once you download this particular utility, a Google Drive or a G Drive becomes a part of your folder in the Explorer out over there. Just like you have a C drive and a D drive, you will also have a Google Drive, and all your documents that you upload onto the Google Drive folder gets automatically synced over here, gets automatically synced to your Google Cloud Drive. So you can automatically back up your important files and documents. And out of those files and documents, again, you can share some of those files and documents with some of your team members, and you can do that department wise. You can share it with those departments that you want to share out over here, right? So these are some of the options that are available in Google Drive for that matter. You also have a fantastic search option on the top, and in every Google app, whether it is Gmail or whether it is Google Drive or whatsoever, you have these small arrows on the search right to the next to the search window, you know, on the right side of the search. And these give you additional advanced search options. What do you want to search? Who is the owner? Location, where is it? What is the date modified? Whether it contains any of the words. The document containing those words are automatically fetched and shown to you. The follow-up that was there for that particular document, whom was it shared with? So you want all those documents which are shared with one of the particular persons out over there. You can type that person's name and automatically all the documents which are shared with that particular person comes up. You can remove the sharing permissions at any point of time. You can enable the sharing permissions at any point of time for that matter. While sharing also, you have multiple privileges that you can give to that particular user, whether that user that you're sharing the file with is going to be editor or is he going to be a viewer? Can he comment on those particular documents? You can also make him the owner for that matter. You can make you could have created the document, but you can make the other person the owner for that matter. There are plethora of options available out over here as a document storage and management system out over here, right? It's the similar search function is available on G Suite mails also for that matter. You have very advanced search facility. You can delete all those mails. Say you want to delete all those mails which are having a particular size of say more than 10 MB. So you can just search for all the mails which has got more than 10 MB in size, and you can get those documents out there and you can delete it for that matter, right? So these are a few things which are possible out here. Now let's look at Google Docs and Google Sheets. Quite similar. We all have used Word document. We have used Microsoft Excel sheet, quite similar out over here, with the additional option that you can share a document at any point of time with whomsoever you would want to share it with. So that is an option that is available, and we can collaborate at the same time. So all 2-3 of us can be looking at the document while you create it, and we can be suggesting a few changes, or once you're done with it, we can mark our changes and share it back with you. You can check it, you can check the previous version, you can restore whatever you want to. So those kind of options are available. You can allow them only to view it, not edit it. Those kind of things are available. Pretty much same as otherwise as what we use Google Word out there, except for these additional functionalities. You can also move this document to any other folder. You can save it, it's automatically saved. You can see the save status at any point of time. These are few things which are available in the docs. Let's quickly look at Google Sheets. Google Sheets, again, you can see a search bar is there. There is the, you can search your documents out over here. Your existing documents are out here. For example, we have a MIS document which we create across each of our business units out over there. This is a very newly started business of ours. But here also we have this MIS document out over here, wherein we have created each of these multiple documents that we manage. So at any point of time for me, with respect to this particular business, if I want to see all the inquiries that I have received, I just need to click on this particular thing and I can go and see the data which is out there. That particular data was not shared with me, but if I have access, I can see the data which is out there. Like this is the file. I can see all the new customers that we have recently added. We can scroll it. I can see the status. I can see the usernames and passwords that are assigned to each of these users out here. So it's a complete document. So initially when the user gets added, we mark it over here, and then my team takes over from there and they keep updating the records. So it's an online collaboration tool, as I mentioned out over to you. Similarly over here also, we create the, as soon as the customer comes in, we create their accounts, and then it's passed on to the teams, and then they set up the WordPress for each of these users out here. They set up the webmail URLs, they set up the Google AdWords account for those users, the chat accounts, the chat add-ons, the SMS accounts using Message 91, the Facebook and LinkedIn pages for those particular accounts. So it moves on from team to team, you know. So the Facebook guy is separate, the chat CRM guy is a separate guy, the WordPress is a separate guy, and each of them is, this document is shared with all of them out over there, and each of them take it on from there, and they keep moving it through the different planes out over there, through the different windows out over there. So in this way, it's a very highly collaborative sheet out here, and with one sheet, we are able to manage a lot of things out over here. Now, let me just look at whether my Gmail account has got enabled. Still not got enabled for some reasons. It's going to be a challenge. Priya, more password time. Let me just try logging in from one of my colleagues' account. On my different Gmail account, because all my other documents that I have for this particular session is stored on that particular email ID actually. Give me a moment. Let me just see if I can. Just give me a moment. So let me just check if I can pull back my app out over here. So guys, how has the session been so much so far? Please do type on the window whether it has been good so much so far for you. I know it's been slightly fast paced than what I would like it to be, but that's also because of the certain hiccups that we have faced in our current session. You can hear me, right? Yeah, let me just present this one. I'm on the wrong presentation. Just go back to my. Okay, I think I have another option also. This is it. Yeah, guys. So just give me some of your feedback while we get started. So we have covered some of these things out over here. Now I'm going to quickly run you all through some of the Google add-ons for Marketplace out over here. But before I get started, Mangesh, if there are any questions, do let me know. And guys, if you'll agree with me so much so far, if you're enjoying the session so much so far, then do please let me know by saying good so far. Or maybe just type good out over there so that I know that you all have been with me throughout this presentation out here, right?
Can we take 2-3 questions here?
Yes, I would want to take 2-3 more questions out here.
Yeah. So first question is whether an individual purchase of G Suite ad, is it possible rather than going for entire set?
Yeah, you have a G Suite available for single user as well as for multiple users out there. So if
No,
you
not
are
as a user, but if an user, I just want Google Docs or Google Sheet and not the other apps. So is it possible to buy?
No, that's not possible. You will have to go for the entire thing actually. It comes as a bundled product. It comes as a bundled product.
Okay.
Google
Second
Drive is
question.
available as a stand-on product, but otherwise, most of them come in as a most of it. It's better to anyway go for the bundled product. Also. You may decide. See, the advantage of collaboration is lost out if you were to use only one of the tools out over there. The advantage of collaboration in the broad sense really gets lost out over here. Yeah, tell me, Mangesh.
Second question is about Gmeet. Gmeet, that is one of the apps Google Suite is offering. So what if you are inviting a person who doesn't have a paid G Suite app, whether he'll be able to attend that Gmeet, Google Meet?
Yes, Google Meet for initiating a meeting, you need to have a Google account, and for those who are participating, need to have a Google account. It can be a free version, or it can be a Google G Suite account. Both of them will work fine. You can use either one of them. It's not a problem. Only recording option is available only for the paid version. The free version, the recording option is not available.
Can you tell us about other G Suite apps like Currents, then AppScript, then Vault, and Endpoint is there, no?
They are some of the advanced apps which are primarily used by larger organizations. It will be difficult to cover the entire thing at this point of time. But definitely, if anyone is having a large organization, you want to go in for those advanced features. Vault is primarily for backing up all your emails out over there. So Endpoint is also for enterprise users, for people to primarily connect your multiple device, multiple environment, multiple offices out over there in single window. These are some additional options available, which our technical certified G Suite administrator whom we have at our end can brief you on how to enable it for your organization, and also what are the advantages that it primarily gives you for a large organization.
Okay. One more question: whether the support ID, like most of the organizations have individual email IDs and the supports ID, like sales@soandso.com, jobs at inquiry at marketing. So whether these IDs will be counted as per user?
See, that is an organization architecture that you will need to take into account while setting up the number of email accounts. So there are both the when you opt for an email account, you basically get one mailbox of 30 GB in size. So in case you want a full mailbox for that particular email ID, then yes, it will cost you. If you only want it as more like a forwarder account, wherein any mail coming to jobs goes automatically to the HR person for whom I have given a separate account anyway. So say Anita is handling that particular account and she has a separate account, anita@yourcompanyname.com. Then you will not need to do that actually. You don't need to purchase a separate mailbox in that case. But if you want a separate mailbox with its own 30 GB space, yes, you will have to invest on that particular user account for that.
One more question on domain. So is it the subscription G Suite subscription includes the cost for transferring the domain also?
The domain cost is not included. Some vendors may give it to you as a free option out there in order to gain your account. But domain is a separate product altogether offered by the domain registry. It's not included with the G Suite for business purposes.
What is the downtime which required for if suppose a company decides to transfer the email services from other service provided to G Suite? So what is the downtime and what is the process?
That's a very good question, Mangesh. So typically, the process typically is that you create the email accounts before you do the migration. You also migrate your existing mails to that extent, and then the third step is pointing the mail from the existing email service provider and moving it on to G Suite. That takes typically around 3 to 4 hours. So you can say the downtime is 3 to 4 hours. Normally we schedule it during off business hours, typically either in the night or on a Sunday where you normally don't get business mails on your account. Does it solve most of your questions?
Yes. One more question: does this G Suite offer free trial?
There is a 1 month free trial which is available on 15 days if you're going directly through the G Suite URL out there online on their own site. But if you normally opt through a reseller of G Suite, then you do get a 1 month free trial.
Okay. We have a question from Pooja Jain. What if we have a domain and how it will be linked to G Suite?
Okay, so how does a domain work? So what you have is, typically you have an address. How do I reach someone's office? Say today I have to go to my friend Mangesh's office. How do I go to his office? He gives me an address. Ram, this is my address. Come over to my place. Similarly, you have an address for your website and you have an address for your email. In case of a website, we call it as a record IP address. For an email, we call it as a MX record IP address. So we do mention on the domain, at the domain level, we mention what are the A records and the MX records for any domain out there. So your website could be working on a different server, maybe with GoDaddy, and your email would be working via MX records on a different server. Say it could be G Suite for your business.
Okay. So we are continuing with the questions or what then?
No, I will. I have been able to more or less move on right now.
Yeah.
And thank you for all those questions. And I hope it has been additional value to all the participants out over there. Participants, my one small ask for today, which I even started right at the start itself, is that we have a 10 YouTube channel, and we will also be uploading this particular video out over there. My small ask from you is that if you have got benefited from this whole session, then click on the YouTube link, which is at the very start, or maybe Mangesh can share the YouTube link once again on the chat window. And I would just want you all to go and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Our aim is to reach 100 plus subscribers in today's session. So I believe 50% and more would be definitely satisfied with our today's session. Then do subscribe to our 10 YouTube channel today. Now, the last point that we were discussing is, some of the mail merge add-on products which are out over there. So we all fairly know what an Excel sheet is and so on. Just before I move on to that, I just want to also share our MIS document, which we use for our own site tours for that matter. Are you all able to see my screen out here, the MIS screen out over here? Yes?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here I have, for all the departments of my office, I have color coded it. I have created a lot of sheets and documents. We have standardized a lot of our processes out over there. We have assigned it to various people in our departments. And for me as a business owner, it becomes one standard dashboard from where I can see the multiple sheets and documents that we have created and be able to keep a track of the various activities that are happening in our organization. So it's quite a lengthy document with a lot of color coding and all those kind of things out here. It helps. It's a kind of a dashboard for me. So you can create similarly a dashboard. You can share out a lot of your instructions and steps for doing each activity out over there, so that your team also knows what are the steps to be completed for any activity out there. So it becomes a standardized document, like we do the McDonald's ka French fries. So McDonald's ka French fries has got a standard operating procedure. So create your operating procedure for every department of your company out over here, right? So that is something that I use. I also have this Amazon server price calculator. Of course, now Amazon has got a wonderful calculator, but 2 years back, I used to find their calculator slightly difficult. So I had gone ahead and set up my own calculator on Google Excel sheet, and I have shared it with my team also. So at any point of time, if I need to give a quote to any of my customers out over there, and they use this handy document. So you can see over here that I have the different types of Amazon servers. So I want to quote for T2 Micro, which is the free server that they provide. Then I can just select it out over here, and automatically the price comes as 719 rupees per month for a T2 Micro server. If I were to go for a larger, say a medium server, T2 medium, then the price changes to 2878. So I'm using a VLOOKUP formula. I'm using Pivot. I use the different formulas which are available in any Excel sheet for that matter, can be used out over here also. And it can be collaborated with your team out over there, so that they can also go and easily find out and give a quote to the end customer, right? So these you can share it with your teams. It becomes easy for them to kind of create quotes and share with their end customers. There are different things that you can do. Collaboration is the best feature out over here. Similarly, for storage, etc., if the customer needs a 1 terabyte storage, just 1000 GB, the price point automatically changes and comes over here as 1925. So these are things which are possible for me. So each of these things I have put in the formulas out over here, and automatically the price comes, and at the bottom I get the total that we will have to be charged the customer for these particular options that they are opting for. And here I have the different servers and their different prices in terms of what Amazon offers. And based on these, automatically it's fetched over here, and it automatically shows me out over here. You can create attendance sheets. You can create different kinds of sheets for your business based on the type and industry of your business and based on the department that you're working on. We have created many of these. I'm just sharing a few examples before we get started. Once you're done with all those things, then you have something called as Google Forms, which is available, which is one thing which I didn't share with you. It's a data collection tool. and you can go over here and click on forms. So you have this purple color forms which is available out over here. Forms helps you as a data collection tool. The form is highly AI driven. I can go and use one of the existing templates, or I click on this plus sign on the right hand bottom corner and I can create a new form out over here. You can give a form name, so maybe it's a feedback form or something. So you just type feedback form. I say it's a feedback form. And once I've given that, then I can start putting in the questions over here. So your name. Once I type name, automatically from multiple choice, it became short answer. And it comes over here. I can mark it as a required field. I can go on, click on this plus button out over here. And I can set up another question, say maybe your contact number. So you can see on the right hand side, it says multiple choice. When I say contact number, so let me type it as number. So let me just retype it once again. So phone number. Then I have a validation which comes automatically. Is it a number? And if please enter a valid number as the error message that I need to say in case people have not entered a number out over there. So please enter a valid number, right? And I marked it as a required field. I can copy this field if I want to copy it. I can click, add one more question. How did you like our session? Like our today's session. And here automatically my multiple choice comes because I'm asking a question. Now I can give option one was satisfactory, good, very good, and so on, say. And automatically it becomes a multiple choice question and so on. You can ask a linear scale question. Say, how do you rate us on a scale of 1 to 10? Rate us on a scale of 1 to 10. And it says automatically, it says linear scale. And my scale is this, it's fine. And I'm done with it. And I say, any more question that I want to add. So now I'm done with this questions out here. I can just go and delete this particular thing, right? And I'm done. Now I can preview this particular thing by clicking on the preview button on the top. Now what happens is that all your departments, every department of yours, find out a way of standardizing the collection of data so that the data gets standardized in the first place. So you can see the linear scale has automatically come out over here. I can mark it as 10. I can mark it as very good. I can give a number, phone number, email, whatever. So in this way, you can set up simple forms for customer registration, vendor registration, for employee induction, and so on, actually, for that matter. And you can also go to responses and collect your responses. By default, it will start accepting all the responses. I can collect the responses on a spreadsheet document so that it's automatically tabulated in an Excel sheet. I can create a new sheet out over here and click on create new sheet. All the responses get captured on the sheet out over here. That is one. So now if I were to just fill up this form in the preview window, say Ramkumar, and phone number is say 9768 114582. I marked it as satisfactory and I submit it. So response has been recorded. I can just come back over here and you can see that my response has been recorded automatically over here. So that is the advantage of the Google Form document, that you can record your responses onto a spreadsheet wherein it becomes a lifelong document for you. You can give a name to your document, your Google Form out here, and you can also say which folder you want to save this particular form under. You can also set up the color coding by using this particular customized theme option out over here. And then you can send it out to your participants. While sending it out, you've got multiple modes. You can email it out to them. You can create a link of this particular document, copy it. You can create a shorter link if you're planning to send it out by SMS or WhatsApp or something like that. Copy this link and share it on the WhatsApp with your participants out there. You can also use the embed option where you can get the iframe code, which you can use it to embed on your website so that people who are coming onto your page can also leave a feedback behind for you. So there are multiple ways that you can go ahead and create this particular document and create a feedback system out over here, or any other form-based system where you need to standardize the responses. The idea is that wherever you want to standardize the responses, you can use this particular option. One more thing that you can do out here is that, let me just close some of these windows, make it slightly cleaner for me, so that I know what window I'm presenting at what time. So is Google Forms a really useful document for doing surveys, for collecting standardized inputs for whatever departments that you're there out there? Like we have created something for our employees wherein they put in their names, their emergency contact numbers, their blood group, etc., so that we have it as a standardized document in case of any emergencies. I can definitely get connected with them. Lavanya, please go and see. This is something that we can do out over here. Now let's look at some of the add-ons. So if you're all in with me so far so much, just type agree out over there so that we and our admins come to know that you're all with us throughout this entire session. Please say yes, you're getting some value out of this session. Type value, type value so that we know that you're getting a lot of value out of this particular session. And please don't forget my ask from you for this session, that I want you all to go on to my YouTube channel, the 10 YouTube channel, and subscribe to our YouTube channel out there, right? Let's quickly look at some of the add-ons which we have out over here. Now, one of the most important things that we have is we have an add-on called as a mail merge add-on. Now, add-ons is a Google marketplace actually. Google G Suite also has its own marketplace. Like you have a marketplace for all the Android apps. You have a marketplace for iPhone and iTunes products. You have a marketplace for the Amazon marketplace and so on, right? Amazon, AWS marketplace, etc. Similarly, G Suite has its own marketplace where a lot of vendors are creating a lot of add-on products out here, which if combined with G Suite gives you a very immense potential for you, in terms of automating your tasks, building higher efficiency for varied departments of yours out there. Okay, every department out there. Now, one fantastic tool that I have is Mail Merge. If you all have, many of you all must have used Mail Merge with MS Office, wherein you had a list of all email IDs and you could send out a set of emails across to them, right? Now, why Mail Merge? Mail Merge gives me one very big advantage, that all mails are sent from Gmail to the other Gmail user. It could be a non-Gmail user also for that matter. But since it is going on, most of the users of most of my people who subscribe to us are having Gmail accounts out there or G Suite accounts out there. So all my mails which go out from my G Suite or Google account to another Google account automatically goes into the inbox of that particular user. So Mail Merge allows me to send mails to the inbox, the primary inbox of that particular user, not to the social tab, not to the promotions tab, not to the updates tab where the open ratios drop down drastically for you, right? So that is a Gmerge is one of those products out over there. How would I use it? So for example, I have this particular business owners database that I have with me, and I have the business owner's name and their email IDs out over here, right? Now what I can do is that first of all, I will have to install this add-on. How do I install an add-on for your sheet? You'll have to go to the add-on in the first place. You will have to, it's getting loaded right now. Let the sheet get completely loaded. Yeah, it's got loaded. Now, when you go on to this add-on, you can click on Get Add-on over here. So you click on the Get Add-on button out over here. I'm just slightly running out of time. I hope you all can bear with me for under 10 to 15 minutes while I complete the add-on tools out over here. It will take me another 10 to 15 minutes just to complete these things. So we have this mail merge. You can just search for mail merge add-on. All the mail merge add-ons come in front of you. You need to give some space. I'll just give some space out here. Yeah. So I'm using this particular mail merge add-on, which has got 2 lakh downloads out over here. 29 lakh downloads, right? 29 lakh downloads out over here. It's very important for you to ensure that you're only downloading those products which has got a very high number of downloads and you have a good amount of reviews for that particular product. So you can see it's already installed. If I want to uninstall it, I can just go over here and click and uninstall this particular product. So mail merge is this particular add-on. You just click on it and it gets added just like you do on a Play Store. The installation is fairly straightforward. Once you install the add-on, it comes over here. So you can see mail merge with attachments. So this comes over here and here I can go and click on the configure mail merge to get started with this particular mail merge. So what I have is a list of all the business owners and their email IDs. And I want to send out a mail to these people out over here about one of my upcoming sessions for that matter. Right. Something. It's not connected. Just some error once again. Let's try once more. Yeah, it's got. It's still not connected. Okay. So anyway, I'll just give you a basic brief about this particular product. So one, it allows you to compose. It's a normal composing tool out over there where you can use the editor, set up your subject line, set up your content of that particular mailer out over there. And once you have set up the subject and the mailer for this particular product, you can go ahead and, you can set up this particular document comes as a standard document from MailMerge. It allows you to download it. So you have the name, email address, file attachment, schedule date. File attachment, you can automatically attach a Google Drive link out over here. Again, the add-on gives you that particular option of attaching the file attachment. The schedule date, you'll have to mention the schedule date. It is in MMDDYY format. So I have mentioned it as 16. This was something which I had sent last time on 18th of this month, June. So it allows me to set up the date. And the status will come automatically when you run the mail merge event out over there. So it will tell you whether the mails have gone out or it hasn't gone out. So this is something that gets automatically updated once the mails have gone out. It tells you what time also the mail went out for you. Now this is a tool that you have available out over here. Now this can be used in multiple ways. Say you have some birthday reminder tools. So you can set up the name, you can set up their birth dates or what anniversary it is all about. You can compose a mail that, saying that you want to send out mails to all those on their birthdays, and it will automatically shoot out with the personalization. So you can put dear whatever the name is and to that particular email ID and a personalization wishing you a very happy birthday. So it has got the personalization also built in this particular tool. You can personalize it and send it out over there. Maybe today, with so many of us connected onto this particular thing, it is creating some problems. I have done it with 25, 30 users, 40 user accounts. We never had the issue, but today it's giving me some kind of error with connecting to Google Drive as of today. I don't know why that error is coming. It's never happened to us in the past, but this is something that you can do. I'll just see once again if I can just open the spreadsheet for you, or else we'll move on to the next add-on. But right now it's giving me a error of not able to connect to Google Drive actually. Yeah, the same error I'm getting, refuse to connect करके. So I'll skip it for this particular point of time. Let me just check with one of the other add-ons available out over there. Now this is mail merge for your business. You can try it out. It's a fairly handy tool. With free accounts, mail merge is every add-on out over there is a freemium model. It's partly free, partly paid. So with the free account, it allows you to send mails to 50 users per day. You can automate the entire process, set up multiple of them at one go, and automatically it will keep sending it out in batches. Now, that is one way. The other way is that you go for a paid mail merge one, which I have done. It costs me $30 a year. It costs me $30 a year. It's slightly a price to pay, but the best advantage, as I told you, is that it goes into my email inboxes. It doesn't go into the primary. It doesn't go into the the updates tab or the promotions tab for that matter. It goes to the primary tab of every Gmail account, which is the majority is what my audience uses. Even in G Suite, it goes into the primary tab. So that is one big advantage that I get out over there. The other product add-on that I have is the email spreadsheet reports. Now, many a times you have that, you are creating certain tasks for your team, etc. And you want that once in a while, those reports get automatically mailed to you. So say you want this entire window out over here to kind of, the selection that I have done comes to you on a mail automatically. Say someone else is marking your appointments for the day or something like that, and you would want to know, of course, the individual ones you do get reminders, but you also want the complete activity which is there for you out there, or you want your team members to know what are the activities for them out over there, etc. Then you have got these two products that I use out there. One is the email spreadsheet report, where the spreadsheet report itself, the entire spreadsheet gets copied and comes on my mailbox. So this entire cells come to me on the mailbox as a spreadsheet itself, not as an attachment, but as a content in my mail itself. So email spreadsheet is an add-on which you can use out over here. I'll be sharing this with you. Again, this add-on, as you see, it's an email spreadsheet add-on out over here, which you have available on the marketplace. Email spreadsheets by Amit Agarwal. So you can use this particular add-ons for your business. They also have their training videos out over here. You can go through their training videos to understand it. For want of time, I may not be able to cover it completely at this point of time. The third tool that you have over there is reminders. So like I told you, I want to send out task reminders to my guys. So if they have, I'm setting up certain tasks and I want certain mails to come out to me. So based on the date and time that I've set up, automatically mails will go out to the to person as well as to the CC person, saying that, this is the activity that you have to complete and update on this particular sheet out over here. So if the status is marked as done, then it doesn't go to them. But if the status is not been updated by the team, then automatically a reminder will go out to that particular person. So for that particular purpose, I'm using this email reminder out over here. Let me just check if this tool is working, if it's able to connect to the drive. It's still not able to connect to the drive. I'm sorry guys for that. It's something which I'm not able to do right now. Maybe I'll create a separate video once again and put it on the 10 channel out over there so that you all can go through it. Today evening, I'll try and put it out over there. It will definitely work. Some small issue at this point of time. So that is a email spreadsheet add-on that we have out over here. And lastly, we have this for birthday reminders. Again, I use the mail merge, but you also have an add-on called as email. This about reminder add-on itself can be used for birthday reminders, again, for that matter. And then you have an auto create add-on. So auto create add-on is a very fantastic add-on, wherein say if I have a for many people in the real estate segment and the people who are in accounting, etc., they have standardized legal documents that they create, standardized contacts that they create, standardized appointment letters that they create for their team. So here I have created a template, or maybe a certificate. Today, nowadays, many of them have a certificate which is given to people when you attend the sessions. So auto certificate gets created out over there, and it is given, that you attended this session. So in that kind of a scenario, I can create a template, and all those things which come from the Excel sheet, I can put it in tags. So it comes as dear name in these double arrow tags. We are pleased to appoint you for the position coming over here. The joining date will be the joining date out over here, and the regards the sender out over there. So these are fields which are going to come automatically, get created automatically. So I have created an appointment, a very simple contract I have created, but you can create a more lengthier contract out over there, a simple example that I'm sharing with you. And once you've created that particular document, you can go and set up a Google form to collect the data in the first place. So you can ask your new joinee or maybe the HR department to go and fill this up for you. So it's an appointment contract. So the joinee's name, the joinee position, what position he's applying for. It can be a multi-choice, it can be a select box, a drop-down list for that matter. The joining date, who is the signing authority. The sender is nothing but the signing authority for me. So these things that can be filled up. So say for example, I fill up over here that the name is say Anita, and sorry, it's a number that I need to put in. So just a minute. So I changed this particular question. I don't want to answer this question. I just want to review it right now. Let me just preview this page. Yes, this got added unnecessarily. Let me just delete it. I don't want this. I do want their name. So let me just get one more added called name. And I'm just going to drag and reposition this on the top. You also can attach a video and all those things. So if you're doing a survey form, you can attach products. So you can show them 4 product photographs out here, and you can ask them, add images to this survey form, and you can ask them which product they like. You can even add a video out here and so on. Now let me just preview this thing out here, appointment contract, and fill it up. So name is say Anita. Her position is say designer, and joining date. I want to use this pickup form, and I'm giving this particular joining date. And the signing authority is say me, myself, Ramkumar. And I were to submit this particular button out over here. If I go back to my sheet, which I have linked out over there, you can, like I showed you last time how to link a sheet. I've already linked the sheet out over here. You can see that the new, currently with the form responses sheet I have to go to. And you can see that Anita has got added. Since I changed the fields slightly, it has got added as a new column itself. I don't need this particular column. I'll just delete it. Since I changed the fields, while just typing out over there, it got changed. Because I was the owner of that document. For others, you'll be giving the preview link actually. I'm deleting that, and I'm just typing Anita over here. I just want to get this column deleted. Okay, so it's currently giving me a problem to delete. I'm fine with it. Now this is something which I got deleted, and you can see that my name, the joining date, the person's name, and all those things are already over here. That's good for me to get started. Right? I want the name coming here. I don't want that particular sheet. Now let's see. Anyway, that's something that you do. Now once it is done, you can go back to your sheet out here, and in this add-on, you will need to set up the auto create plugin. So auto create is the plugin name, AUTOCRAT, and I'll just see if this works right now. If it works, I'll just want to show one demo at least for you. So it's not allowing some connection to the Google Drive for whatever reasons. I'll just, something that I can't show you right now. As I told you, I'll share one more video anyway on how each of these plugins work, and share with all the registered participants on the email. We'll upload it to the 10 channel and we'll share it with you. But right now you all can do that. And once you've done this, the auto create document gets created automatically and gets emailed out to you. Actually, it gets automatically mailed out to you. It's a trigger that we have in the auto create. Okay, once someone fills it up, then immediately the document gets created and gets shared. Let me just open my mail and see. Right now the mail has not come, but you can see the task reminder that I had set for today. That particular plugin mail has come to me. See, the appointment letter of Anita has got created. You can just open this appointment letter and see this particular document. So dear Anita, we are pleased to appoint you for the position of designer. Joining date is 27/6/20 and regards Ramkumar. So this document is getting created automatically. I hope you all are all able to see this particular document out over here. That's primarily about it, guys. I hope the session has been useful so far, so much for you. Can you all hear me?
Definitely, Ram.
Okay, so that's primarily about you. I know the session was slightly jittery for some of the parts out here. I hope you all were able to understand so much so far. Over to you, Rahul, for question and answers.
Thank you,
Or for
Ram.
the vote of thanks, whichever way it is.
Yeah, I think questions will be a little long today because we already have lots of time. So thanks, Ram, for providing us with insights on G Suits and how we can make use of it, optimum use of it in the post-COVID scenario. We sincerely appreciate your contribution to 10 as a member and as a face of our social media marketing. So thank you. I would now kindly request Rajiv Mundra, our member, to kindly present a vote of thanks to Ram. Yeah, Rajiv. Hello, Rajiv.
Yeah, Rajiv.
Yeah,
Rajiv, we can hear you now. Yeah.
Yes, Rajiv.
Yeah, sorry, I was not able to unmute. Good afternoon, friends. Today we had a very interesting and a very useful topic on the use of G Suits by our own 10 member Ramkumar Srinivasan. I hope it was very helpful to all the participants because it gave us a lot of insights into how we can use G Suites and make our work and all our office tasks more efficient in this manner. I would like to take this opportunity on behalf of 10 to thank all 10 members for their support and participation in this session, and also all the participants who have participated in this wonderful session. I would request all of them to subscribe to our YouTube channel as well as participate in all further sessions. If you are interested in participating in any further sessions, please send your details to the chat window so that we can send an invite to you. Thank you all once again for participating and your support for this session. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Back
Thank you,
to Rahul.
Yeah, thank you, Rajiv. I would take just 1 minute for the concluding remarks. I would kindly request all to be logged in. So, friends, what you saw today is what 10 members share every week. Positive energy, knowledge about what's happening in the industry, support to any operational problem that is beyond our domain expertise, opportunity to learn from and mentor fellow entrepreneurs. An added benefit is a chance to attract lots of business. So who should join 10 and why? Budding or established entrepreneurs are welcome to join 10. 10 is committed to support, promote, and develop entrepreneurs, and our activities are focused on building the entrepreneur community. Please take a call on becoming a part of 10. Annual membership is of rupees 15,000 and one-time registration of 2,000. We will email you all the details of the members with whom you can connect in case you're interested to be a part of 10. And if you find us value in the association, there will be no follow-up from membership from our end, as we believe that the value and opportunity that we provide is an incentive enough. So kindly connect with us for membership details. Thank you all for making a positive contribution, and we end the meeting today. Thank you, Ram. Thank you all the participants. Thank you very much.
Thank you all. We will definitely share more info on our 10 channel. Please stay subscribed and make advantage of all the tools out over there for your business. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye. Thank you, Ram. Thank you.